Greetings, friends. How are you? Good, good. I want to share some information with you that happened some years ago. My father had moved on. He wasn't in the house anymore, but I needed some help. I was in my first year of college, and I was confused about what I wanted to do next. And I called my father and said, Dad, I need help. I spilled it all out, and he said, okay, well, what do you want to do? I said, I don't know. I'm doing it. I'm dumping it on you. All right? So he says, no. Do you want to go somewhere else? I said, I think I want to go to Hampton University just to get him off my back. So he says, good. He said, what else you want to do? He said, what do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about your situation? And what I want to give you today, I want to tell you, just rip back the curtain for a minute and what he did. In storytelling, for you to move anyone, it's three things you need to do: distract, dispute, and inspire. He distracted me from feeling like I was powerless. Now, some of your clients and some of you at times, some of us as coaches, we get in spots too, all right? And what we need to do is decide what we're going to do about it. And so my father said, okay, that's what you want to do? I'll pick you up at 7. I didn't expect that. I expected him to say, okay, I'll call you later. He said, I'll pick you up at 7. True to his word, he picked me up at 7 a.m. And here's the problem. I had already enrolled in college that Monday. This was a Tuesday. Here we are Tuesday riding down to Hampton University from Baltimore, and I get there and I meet Major Moses. He said, son, when are you thinking about coming to Hampton University? I said, maybe a year or two. He said, well, let me make a phone call. I was on an ROTC scholarship, and come to find out that Major Moses went to school with the person that was there in Baltimore, and he got my scholarship transferred after he talked to my dad behind my back. And then Major Moses said, well, how about coming now? And my father said, don't say nothing because you said you weren't happy. Sometimes we need to lean on others to believe for us when we lack belief. And my father, although you can say what you want, he wasn't there sometimes, he was there when I needed him. And so he was able to distract me. Well, this is what I want you to do with yourself and your clients. Distract from the current situation. Napoleon Hill, the author of Think and Grow Rich, his son Blair was born without ears. And so look at me, these are ears, just in case anybody. He was born without them. And the doctor said, Napoleon, I don't care what you say, and I don't care how you think of this Think and Grow Rich stuff, there's absolutely nothing that you're going to be able to do about Blair being able to hear. He has no ears. But listen, Napoleon said, Doctor, I respectfully disagree. There will never be anything that I face that I can't do something about, even if that thing is just to change my mental attitude about the situation. And so I want you to always know that there's power within you to make a difference, even if it's just changing your mind. And so we get to Hampton University. And when we get there, it's beautiful. I told you about Major Moses. And I drive back to Baltimore with my father, and he gives me a car. I drive back down, I start school, because all of the things that you would think would be not even red flags, but blockages have been removed. He gave me a car. The guy that I was real tight with in Baltimore had a roommate that was supposed to come from another state. They canceled. I was able to move in that apartment. Things that you are creating as issues can be smoothed out once you make a decision to go forward. I just want to impress upon you. Now, I talked to my mentor, Les Brown, this morning, and he came here some years ago, and he spoke, and I said, well, what was your mindset when you came? He said, that I belong there. What I want you to do is, no matter what stage you find yourself on, you belong there. And then he said, I said, every moment up to this point prepared me for this moment. I said, go ahead, you're talking good. You're talking good. And then he said, give the people what they want because they need to hear it. Wherever you find yourself, I want you to give the people what they want because they need to hear it. Now, sometimes when you move on, you feel like you're going to leave people behind. And I was living with my mother. I was the baby. And my mother, she was sad when I left. She would cry, I cried. But I got 3/4 down the road. It was a 4-hour drive. I got 3 hours in. I said, let me call my mom and check on her. And when she picked up the phone, I hear, if you believe in love, let's get it on. I said, Ma, what's going on? She said, are you there yet, boy? I said, no, ma'am. She said, well, call me when you get there. I'm busy. This is what I want you to know. Don't hold off living your dreams because of the way you feel like it's going to impact someone else. My mother found all kinds of joy doing whatever she was doing. Amen, amen, amen. And so I want you to move forward with power and with authority because people need to hear our voices. Listen, I have only but a minute, only 60 seconds in it. I didn't seek it, I didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give an accounting if I abuse it. It's just a tiny little minute, but all of eternity is in it. And it talks about the brevity of life. We don't have time to be getting ready to get ready. We don't have time for paralysis by analysis. We have got to dive in and do what we were created to be. No one else can do what you were placed on this earth to do. Say this with me. I am powerful. I am ready. Do you. Thank you.